I'm Chef Deborah. Now once again, I'm here for you for the Q&A with Chef Deborah. Only yesterday when I started posting about this Q&A question and answer portion with me. And I receive again a lot of questions. But it's okay. I'm here now. I have a free time to answer to you. I hope you learned something from my previous video or previous Q&A portion. And now, we will start with the first question. Okay? What is mise en place? Many people not understand this. Okay? Mise en place is a French term. It means that you will put everything in place before you start baking. Why we need to do this? Why? Somebody asking. You need to do mise en place because you have to weigh your ingredients in advance, prepare all the things that you need before you start baking. Why? Because if you not prepare in advance what you need, there is a time that you will forget something that you need, like ingredients. For example, you forget something to prepare. If you not prepare in advance, you will forget to put any ingredients. Okay? If you just prepare directly when you are baking. So it's always better to prepare it in advance. So you will not forget or skip any of the ingredients you need. Because as I told you earlier in my previous video, only one little mistake, everything will be paid in your baking. Because baking is very sensitive. It is scientific. It's not same like a cooking that you can put all together in one pot and simmer and boil it. That's it. But in baking, no. You have to follow the step by step. You cannot do step 1 in the last. You cannot do step 7 at the first. You have to follow it accordingly to the step. Unlike in cooking, you put everything together, that's okay. No effect. But in baking, if you start with the number 7 step, impossible. Next question, how long I can keep my cookie dough in a chiller or refrigerator? If you prepare in advance your cookie dough, the shelf life is only 3 to 5 days. Okay? If it is in the chiller. But if you keep it or stored it in the freezer, it will last up to 6 months. Okay? Now, next question. Why we need to preheat the oven before start baking? We need to preheat the oven 10 minutes before baking because to reach already the 180 degree that you need before you put inside your cake in the oven. So that the timings will not be delayed and your cake will be already in reach the 180 degree before it will start baking. Okay? Because if no, it coming longer time and there is an effect also with your cake or baked products if you not preheat your oven. Understand? Another question that I received, he told me, Chef, can I make advance my buttercream and keep it in the chiller or refrigerator? For me, I suggested do not do it because the taste will change and the texture and consistency of your buttercream if you keep it in advance in a chiller. Or If it's necessary, you can do it also. But you have to mix again the buttercream before you will use it. Okay? Me, long time ago, I was baking and making birthday cakes before when I was in the Philippines, because I have a lot of orders of cakes. I always prepare my buttercream at the same time that I want to use it. I never prepare it in advance because there is something changes with the taste of the buttercream. And it's good that you will prepare it fresh every time. Okay? Another question. She asked me, Chef, I always having a problem how to get out my cake inside the mold because it's always sticky. I cannot remove it properly. So I said, what you did? Did you put any baking paper inside or oil? You know, before you start removing your cake inside the mold, you have to cool down your cake first, so it can easily slide away from the mold. And you have to put oil and then baking paper, line it with the baking paper. Or if you don't have baking paper, there is another tips that you can do. Brush with the oil all the baking mold and then sprinkle with the flour all over, but very thinly. So even you did not put baking paper, it's easily to remove from the cake pan or cake mold. Try it. Here's another question. She's asking, Chef, why like that? When I was baking a cake, when I put some raisins or berries inside my cake, it's always sinking down at the bottom of my cake, the raisins and berries. It's not evenly distributed to the cake. I told her what you did. I give you some tips. Before you put the berries, for example, blueberries, pressed blueberries, before you put the pressed blueberries or raisins in the batter of your cake, you have to toss it first to the flour. Evenly toast these berries to the flour before you put to the butter, and you will see it will not sink in down of your cake. Try it. Okay? Understand now? Another question. There is one chef messaged me. I'm not sure from where he is, but he told me, Chef, can I prepare my cake mixture in advance? No. You cannot prepare your cake mixture in advance and put it in the chiller and then you will bake. No. Unless it requires in the recipe that you need to rest or put it in a chiller in advance before baking. I'll give you one example. For example, the madeleine. The madeleine need to be prepared in advance and put it in the chiller for 1 hour before baking or up to 2 days, because it is calls in the recipe that you need to do it. Unless if it not calls in the recipe, you cannot prepare it in advance. Okay? Somebody asked me why I need to cream the butter. Can I skip this step, chef, and mix all together the ingredients and put in the mixer? No. If you did that you mix all together your ingredients, and if it is not called in the recipe to do it, it will be failed. Okay? You cannot get the right output of your baked products. there is a changes in the texture and changes in the consistency of your cake. You need to cream the butter first. For example, you always remember the step in every cake that you are baking. Always put in your mind the step. What is the mixing procedure for a carrot cake? What is the mixing procedure for the chiffon cake? What is the mixing procedure for making a bread? You have to put this in your mind always, because this step is always the same. The procedure always the same. You cannot make it rumble. You cannot. As I told you, step by step, do it. Okay? That's all for today for the Q&A with Chef Deborah. I hope you learned something from me, and I'm waiting for your many questions, and I'm ready to answer back to you. And I would like to say thank you for all those who subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course, and for all the viewers in my Facebook page that I see too much viewer coming in my page. You know, in 2 weeks I'm posting the most popular video is getting 10,400 viewers now in only 2 weeks time. And then some other videos is getting 5,000, 7,000 viewers, 4,000. So I'm so happy. So that I never stop giving you ideas and tips. I never stop making videos for you. So for those who not subscribed yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will be updated for all the recipes that I want to share to all of you. Happy Ramadan and Eid Mubarak to everyone.